Debate on the government's proposed Pension Plan Act continued in the House of Assembly today.
The act, introduced in Parliament last week, serves as a legislative guideline for local pension funds.
Well, Carla Palmer has the latest contributions coming out of the House this morning, with at least one parliamentarian calling on the government to go even further with its proposed measure.
The bill before us is a bill which is late in coming.
For many sitting parliamentarians like the member for Central and South Eleuthera, Damian Gomez, that is a shared sentiment about the proposed Pension Plan Act now before Parliament.
I believe there are numerous victims in our community who have suffered having had contributions deducted from their salaries and not being able to access them because we simply did not have the regulatory legal framework in place to offer the level of protection which this bill seeks to provide.
And so it goes without saying, so far, the bill is getting widespread support. Nevertheless, it must be reiterated and emphasized that the Act is not a guarantee scheme or insurance policy, only a regulatory framework to empower workers to seek legal redress should the need arise. With the horror stories recounted from incidents like Emerald Beach Hotel, Gulf Union Bank, Bahamas Concrete, Clico, and most recently City Markets, MP for Tall Pines Leslie Miller thinks the bill should not only be mandatory, but made retroactive.
Nothing prevents us in this Parliament from taking this bill back another 10 years. We can make this bill retroactive, if we so please, to cover those persons who are out there demonstrating, to ensure that their appeal for justice is in fact dealt with.
Additionally, Miller, who is also chairman of the Bahamas Electricity Corporation, wants to see the act applied to public corporations to minimize abuse and misuse of funds.
The $160 million that is involved in the BEC pension fund was contributed by the people of the Bahamas and not any employee of BEC. Now, if we want to be fair, if we want to be equitable to all Bahamians, because it is owned by the people of the Bahamas, it should be mandatory in this act that whatever a corporation contributes to mandatory pension fund, the employee should make that same contribution.
Having offered several recommendations, opposition members also support the proposed legislation. Opposition leader Dr. Hubert Minnis.
We must make responsible decisions. Excessive hiring in the public sector, where pension plans are not in place, as opposed to just pay as you go, will subsequently place even further strain on this problem, so that 20 years down the road, you can see where you can have problems with your health sector, problems with your social services, problems with your security systems, because the finances would not be there. It placed more strain on our existing social systems.
Debate on the Employees Pension Fund Protection Bill continues. I'm Carla Palmer for the ZNS News Network.